So I made a video explaining why AI taking jobs is a good thing, and it got very mixed reviews, very mixed reviews. Some people were very happy that I was not giving this doom and gloom perspective, and other people were not happy because they're like, "Oh, AI is gonna take my job, and this is so awful, and how are we gonna live?" And I was like, "Dude, that's the thing people aren't realizing. They're not looking at it from the right lens. They're viewing it from AI is gonna take jobs in this current system. We need a job to live." Technology is not the issue. We're going to explain this in a second. We're going to come back to this. But technology is not the issue. The issue is money. So we're going to explain how that works in a second. But first, we got to explain money. That's the main thing that I want you to take away. If you take away anything from this video, you're scrolling YouTube, you're clicking all these videos, you're frying your fucking brain. If you just sit for 5 minutes, if you take anything from this video, take this. Money is the issue right now, not technology. Here's why. So how does money work? Okay, this is gonna sound like it's gonna be boring, but it's gonna be one of the greatest mind fucks in history. When you hear this, you're like, oh, it rewires the way you think. So, we're gonna explain this with apples. Imagine you have an apple economy. We're living on an island where you have 10 apples and $10. That's it. And the way it works in any economy, all the money must buy up all the things. So if you have 10 apples and $10, that means each apple is gonna cost $1. Very simple. Now, as we get, let's say, machinery come in and we increase the number of apples that we can produce more apples for less work. We now have 20 apples the next year, but we still only have $10. That means because all the dollars buy up all the apples, each apple now only costs 50 cents. So we have twice as many apples as we had before. We have the same amount of money. It's very simple. Now, let's introduce AI and robotics. AI and robotics, they're the best worker. They are the best employee. They do everything they're programmed to do. They are way more efficient. They blow everything out of the water. They increase productivity massively. We are able, it was dramatic massively. We are able to produce 100 apples, but we still only have $10. What this means is that each apple now costs only 10 cents. So it went from costing $1 to 50 cents to 10 cents. That's what happens. As we get better at making things, the cost of things go down. That is how it works. It's very simple concept. Now, people are gonna hear this and be like, that's not true. Why? Look around. Like 1970, the price of a fucking McDonald's cheeseburger was like 70 cents or some shit. Now it's like $5 or $6. You're full of shit. You're a liar. And they're gonna comment down in the comments hating on it. Okay, fair enough. Here's the thing. Our money is not sound. If we had that's this Apple Island economy, that's what happens when you get good money, when you have sound money that you can't manipulate, that no one's fucking with. We don't have that. That's the biggest issue. Like when technology meets sound money that can't be printed out of thin air, everything gets better. We get deflation. Prices will come down every single year. And we're gonna explain what AI is gonna do in a second, because that's gonna be an exponential change. But you need to understand first where we are right now. Everyone's looking at it from the lens of our current system, the system that is designed to steal from you and destined to fail. Everyone's looking at everything from that system. They're fighting within it. They're battling bullshit politics, right versus left. It doesn't matter. The system is fucked. You're not fucked. It's the system. The system's fault. And we're going to explain that. So if you have Apple economy, we're back to the beautiful Apple Island. And I need to slow down. Getting excited. We have 10 apples and $10. Each apple costs $1. Very simple. Now, in our world, if we increase the number of apples we have, we get to 20 apples, the government cannot allow deflation to happen because they have debt. They won't let it happen. So therefore, they print more money. They create more money out of thin air. The money that you're working for, they are printing out of thin air every single year. When they do that, you get poorer. That's what happens. So if we have 20 apples, government can't let deflation happen. They want inflation. They convinced everybody that in schools that inflation is the best thing in the world. We need inflation, otherwise everything goes to shit. So, and that is semi-true. I'm not going to explain why. It's all in my book. It's too much for this video. But when it comes to this, they're going to increase the money supply. They can't let deflation happen. Therefore, if you have 20 apples now, they're going to increase the money supply to $40. So we now have twice as many dollars as we have apples. Now the price of apples is $2 per apple instead of $1. Then AI and robots come along and they're going to increase productivity again. We have 100 apples. They cannot let deflation happen. Therefore, from the lens of this system that we're in right now, the broken system that is falling apart in real time, they will print, they have $1,000 now. Because there's $1,000 and only 100 apples, every apple now costs $10. And that's what we're seeing. This is why when you look at housing prices and you look at the price of groceries, it's not that the prices are going up, it's that the value of our dollar is coming down because they keep making more and more and more dollars. That's the issue. Like, it's not technology's fault. Technology lets us have more for less. But the reason we're not seeing that, the reason we're not experiencing that productivity gains, that deflation, that abundance, is because the money's fucked up. The money is the biggest, it's the root issue to everything we have right now. Everyone's like trying to solve all these political issues, and the biggest thing of all is the money. Everything is downstream of that. If you fix, like Larry Lepard says, if you fix the money, you fix the world. And that's the truth. The system is built on a bedrock of quicksand. So, and then talk about AI, this is how we're gonna close. It's probably a really confusing video. Hopefully people are getting something from this. But when AI comes in, AI is going to develop exponentially. It's already happening. You go from, like, people think AI moves linear. Something Jeff Fu talks about. Like, people think AI goes from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. It doesn't. It goes from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, and it goes up exponentially. And we are starting to meet the bottom of that exponential growth curve. Like, it's going to keep improving. As you get one AI model that's better, that can then produce the next AI model. And once it gets better than humans, which I don't think is going to take that long, I think we're fairly close to AGI in the next few years. So a lot of people have been saying, we'll see what happens, but they can use that model to then improve on the next one and the next one, to the point where you're going to see improvements in AI every couple days. At some point, it has to happen. It's growing exponentially. So what does that mean for us? It means productivity is going to shoot through the roof, which means the government's going to print a fuck ton of money to offset that, and the whole system's coming down. Like, there's only an issue, this productivity gains and AI taking jobs, when you have the system that keeps printing money. That's the biggest issue. I don't know if any of this makes sense. It's a bit of a mind fuck, but point being, broken money plus AI is chaos. Sound money plus AI is the biggest blessing in the world because prices keep falling every single year. Everything gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, to the point where everyone has their basic needs covered for basically nothing. You can live on basically nothing because prices keep coming down every year, but instead right now they keep going up. So everyone needs to work 40 hours a week for some bullshit job. And let's be real, you're working 40 hours a week. Realistically, you're probably working like 15 or 20 max. The rest of it, you're kind of just wasting time. Like, people are only there because they need the hourly wage. The system's fucked, man. It's not the AI's fault, and it's not the technology's fault. It's the broken money forcing you to work that job in the first place. So that's my hot take. Hopefully this makes sense. If you have any opinions on that, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you want to read on that, I have a book. It's $1. It's not a scam. It's literally a book. So, skip a pack of gum and go grab that book. Hope this helps. Peace.